Department of Justice Inspector General has released the report on James Comey to figure out whether or not he broke any laws in sharing his memos on Donald Trump with a friend. Now, Michael E. Horowitz, the Inspector General, examined whether Comey had acted inappropriately when he gave one of the memos to a confidant who later provided its contents to the New York Times. Now, what they found was, yes, Comey did do some violations here. Comey violated FBI policy and the requirements of his FBI employment agreement when he chose this path. So the Inspector General is arguing, look, he shouldn't have given this memo to a confidant. He shouldn't have been speaking to a lawyer about his conversations with Trump. The proper protocol would be to go to the FBI and report this to the FBI. He should have done that, and he didn't. So there is wrongdoing here. There is a violation. Comey said he helped make the information public in part to bring about the appointment of a special counsel. Now that part I believe is true because remember the memos indicated that Trump wanted Comey to wrap the Russia investigation up. Also, Comey is using this Inspector General's report, oddly, kind of like Trump would, to do a victory lap because there's no indication that he's gonna face any criminal charges. There's no indication that he did anything criminal. Comey says DOJ IG found no evidence that Comey or his attorneys released any of the classified information contained in any of the memos to members of the media. I don't need a public apology from those who defamed me, but a quick message with a sorry we lied about you would be nice. I don't know which world Comey is living in, but we don't live in that world anymore or ever.
Yeah. Meanwhile, of course, Trump turns around and says, aha! And he said, this is one of the worst things that has ever happened by a leader of the FBI. Conveniently forgetting J. Edgar Hoover. It is definitely not one of the worst things that's happened, nor one of the worst things the Inspector General has ever pointed out. In fact, let me do a quick summary for you guys, like as a bottom line of what happened here. What they decided was he did not release any classified information. So that's why Comey's saying the victory lap. He's saying, I told you I didn't do anything bad, right? Now, there was a violation of internal policy, but also nothing illegal. So he didn't break any laws, and prosecutors looked into it and decided not to pursue charges. There is a little bit of a poetic justice here of the Inspector General coming out and saying, what he did was really bad, but we're not gonna charge him. Because that's exactly what James Comey did to Hillary Clinton during the election. What she did was terrible, but I'm not gonna charge her. So neither one had to really point out how quote unquote terrible it was if they weren't gonna charge them. But overall though, the Inspector General is more on point. And that's their job, and they did their job perfectly fine. They look into it, it is a violation of policy, but it's a small violation and it is not, and he did not break the law. There's an important difference there. Of course, Trump, unable to understand that distinction at all, and he will take a molehill and turn it into a mountain any time, especially when it's against one of his opponents. And the final thing is the media, unfortunately. So it makes it seem like, well, Trump is going around saying Comey is guilty, and the Inspector General did say that he did something wrong, right? And now all of a sudden we have a false equivalency. So Comey had a small violation of policy, which the Inspector General should and did call him out for. On the other hand, the reason Comey released that memo he shouldn't have released was because he was worried that the president was obstructing justice and that nobody was going to find out. And he had been fired. So he's like, look, he fired the guy who could have done the investigation, and only I know that he tried to block an investigation of himself and his administration. So it's my duty to let people know about that. So what Trump did is 1,000,000 times worse than what Comey did. And of course, he has not been publicly or officially admonished by anyone, thanks to Nancy Pelosi. Thanks for watching this free clip of the Young Turks. Don't forget to become a TYT member today. For more exclusive content, join now at tyt.com/join.